I am become death.
Hey guys, it's me, Death here. Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. This is Jake.
Jason.
And this time, we played Agony. Developed by Mad Mind Studio, produced by Playway, released May 2018 on Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Other games that came out in 2018 include The Quiet Man, Super Seducer, and A Shaq Fu Legend Reborn. I discussed other episodes that came out in that year, or other games that came out in that year on those episodes. Also, like, it's a Google search away. I always have something I was gonna say, like, you know, a little flavor of some of the shit that we've done that came out, and then I fucking space it.
I mean, here's what we've done. Shit that sucked.
I mean, that is kind of our shtick.
Ta-da!
Hey,
We're the best. At the worst.
we're the best around.
Lots of stuff keeps us down, especially this game.
Oh, you
Which-
got to give him props on the name.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it is weirdly prophetic about how you're going to feel. Not because, like, because it's supposed to be scary or whatever. It's like a horror game. It's supposed to be a horror game.
Oh my god,
Stop
it is
making
supposed
that
to be a
face.
horror game.
And then it's just awful. I hated playing this game, and I hate that train.
Yeah, I wonder if that's coming through. I'm sure it is.
Probably a little. Oh, sure. Gotta get that last one in.
Nope,
Oh,
still
another.
going.
Wow. This train is very vigorous.
Oh, those eyebrows, though. I'm done. So, Agony.
Agony?
Agony. I don't...
Agony.
I guess we just do the... we go through the plot?
Cotton. Sure.
Cotton?
I guess as much as you can thinly call whatever happened in this game a plot.
The plot, such as it is really straightforward.
You are banished to hell.
Yes.
Your character. So when do they actually like reveal your character?
A little after the midway point.
Yeah, you are Amraphel, aka Nimrod.
Yeah, I didn't get what was up with the Amraphel.
I don't actually know.
Yeah, because they drop Amraphel fairly quickly, and then you keep finding these little notes from KN, and then the one succubus drops Nimrod, and then like an hour after that they finally refer to you as fucking Nimrod. Or maybe that's not towards the end. It really all kind of fucking blends together.
I don't know. So you're in hell, and it's all spookamafucks, and you have to meet with the Red Goddess to like figure out a way out of hell. And as long as you do what she says, you get out. Okay. It's sneaking and puzzle solving, kind of.
Amraphel was a different dude. What the shit?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So like you sneak and you solve puzzles through your way. The Red Goddess sends you to go. Does the giant monster have a name?
Just the beast.
The Beast. Yeah, you go to get the Beast. I mean, am I really skipping anything?
No.
Like, I can't remember any.
Yeah, you are constantly tracking the Red Goddess. You run and hide from assorted demons. You run into the martyrs, which are the other people that are floating around hell, which are mostly naked. So many peen. Yeah, it culminates in you... Well, as you go through, she wants you to, like, murder stuff and just, like, tear shit in her honor. And it forces you to take over demons and kill some of the martyrs. And oh, God, what am I looking for here? You go through, do that. Oh, and then you pick up the weird vagina fruit.
Yeah.
The apple with a pussy on it, because that's choice. Which we can get into that clusterfuck.
Oh, we will get into.
You get stronger? I
guess.
I don't know if you can hear the quotes in that. That's what the Red Goddess says, and she needs you to get strong enough to take over the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you finally possess the beast, and she rides the fucking beast up the Tower of Babel to punch into heaven?
I guess. I mean, you use the beast to like punch your way out of hell. And then she's like, cool, thanks for the beast.
I'm going to return you to life now, as was promised.
Yeah. And then you wake up on the regular, like on Earth. And then she shows up with her beast and crushes you. And you die.
Yeah, but you're King Nimrod, and then she throws you in an old man body. So that way they didn't have to make a new model. And there's like a lighted buoy. It was confusing.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
And that's like, that's it. They use the religious mythos broadly and not like, well.
Yeah.
They're like, these are ideas that show up occasionally in different holy books, kind of, and we're going to put them in here.
Yeah, it's like somebody either had some religious upbringing or spent a lot of time in Sunday school. And they're like, horror game based on this, you're going to be in hell.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's then the thing is like, it feels like someone who grew up in a religious household and learned all of this, and then they're no longer religious and they're going to be super edgy because that's how this game feels.
Mad Mine, they're
of the time.
Mad Mine, they're in Poland, right?
I have no idea.
I believe they are.
I mean, looking at these names, it is definitely almost assuredly Eastern Europe. They are 9 developers strong. They were created in 2016 by Tomaz, Tomaz, Dukwitz, Dutkiewiczz. So if that doesn't scream Eastern Europe, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and oh my god, I'm gonna give this a whirl.
Yeah.
Bydgoszcz? Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anyone from Poland or speaks Polish is listening, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, that
was my best effort.
I guarantee that was rough on everyone's ears. I mean, mine was. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, like the biggest thing. Okay, no, the biggest thing is that the game's incredibly boring. The second biggest thing is that everything in the game to me felt so dumb. Like, they were trying to be offensive for the sake of being offensive and not actually having a point.
Yeah, the whole thing feels super edgelord.
Yes.
They're just like trying to be in your face. There's like, there's so much nudity. It's fucking tits and dicks the whole time, right? And there's the apple that you pick up, the fucking piece of Eden suck at Assassin's Creed. That it's a pink apple with a fucking labia and a clit on it. Oh, okay. And like you look down and like if your male character is just junk out and then all of the demons is just boobs and everything's so wet. Why is everything so fucking wet?
Yeah, so graphically, this is such a weird thing. Everything is oddly glossy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's incredibly dark and everything is really shiny.
Yeah.
Which leads to it looking really odd.
Most areas you're in, everything is sort of like goopy looking. Like all of the walls look like flesh. Ooh. Or they have like teeth.
Yeah.
And everything's shiny, so everything looks wet. And there's water. And like you get a torch sometimes. And I played the I mean, you played the unrated version.
I did.
I played the other version, the rated version, I guess. And there's some minor changes in them. The unrated version has traps. You start with the ability to play as a succubus, and they fix some of the lighting effects.
Yeah, I noticed that because I hopped on yours for a little bit. It is bad looking. The unrated version isn't good looking, but the lighting is slightly less weird. Still odd, the like shininess of everything.
Well, I told you, like I was having issues trying to navigate some of the like more claustrophobic areas, just the way that the torch lights up the walls because the lighting wasn't right, and sometimes it would just like reflect light off a wall so badly I couldn't see where I was going, and it was never like in front of me or like in a pattern that the light should be. It'd be like suddenly the floor is all lit up but the walls aren't, or like the right wall is but the left wall's not, like it. Or when you take over, I'll give him credit on a neat aspect. When you die, your soul leaves the body that you're in, and then you get, like, 20 seconds, maybe, to find a new body. And then you just take that one over and you can progress from there. I kind of like that mechanic.
Yeah.
Because there's parts where, like, you have to die, but it's not that big a deal. Like, you keep moving, you keep progressing.
Yeah.
But the way that it, like, you get this little graphic where it's like this green swirly light as it shoots into someone's mouth or fucking forehead or whatever. Because for me, the point where it go in, would the soul would enter the body was all over, sometimes not even close to the person, which was funny. I had it go into somebody's ear once, and I was like, yeah, no, that works. Fucking count it.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Ear goes straight to the brain. Everyone knows that.
That's fucking science.
Yeah. I don't know where to begin or end with this game, Jake. Like, okay, so we talked... What? The game is so shallow, there's not much to say.
There's not. It isn't even like you do a whole lot.
No. You walk, sometimes you crouch.
Fucking shallow, like, yeah. Let's talk about the interactions that you get in the game. You can run for a limited amount of time because you have a stamina meter, because of course you do. You can crouch and sneak. Mm-hmm. You can hide, and you can hold E to interact with something, but sometimes you press it.
Yes.
And sometimes you click on the mouse.
Occasionally. Maybe.
And
I don't remember.
I had this on stream where it was never clear what I should be doing.
That happens plenty of times.
It's just like interact, and you're like, well, what weird combination do you need now? Because sometimes I'd have to hit like fucking E and hit the mouse, and sometimes I'd have to hold both of them, or it just wouldn't fucking register. Oh, I don't know if we mentioned we both played this on PC. Surprise!
Yeah, big shock there. You know, it was on sale for, I don't remember how much it was. It was cheap.
It was a couple bucks, right?
Yeah, which, I mean, good on them for knowing how much their game is worth. Well, I mean, it's worth less than that. It's not worth dollars. Don't pay for this game.
Yeah, I realize that it's an audio medium and no one can hear me nodding into a microphone.
Yeah, woo, I don't get it. I don't know, so if you're big into horror, I really am kind of curious, like, other people's thoughts on this, because I'm not.
See, I am.
As much as I have talked about all the genres I don't like, and at this point you can probably find an episode where I say I don't like basically every genre of video game ever created.
Sure, yeah.
I'm a cantankerous, angry old man, kind of. I mean, I'm not actually that old.
It's okay, Fogey. You're older than me, you could admit it.
I mean, except we know I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, because you will reference things, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, I am older than you, and I feel it in my bones every day.
Yeah, so... But I am filled with loathing and hatred, like old men are wont to do.
That's true.
Don't you start. And so, horror actually might be my absolute lowest genre. I have played exceedingly few horror games, and I did not enjoy any of them. I don't get it as a genre. Period.
I like horror movies. I like horror books. Like, I'm in on it. I hesitate to say I like horror games because most of the horror games that I've played are like survival horror, which, and I've said before, I find it tedious and boring. If I can't fight back, it's like not being able to jump when I'm playing a game. It takes me right out of it. And I said this when I was streaming it. If at any point I'm in a dark alley, let's say, and some fucking crazy monster starts rushing at me, my fight or flight says fight, and it's probably going to kill me, but I'm also just going to, like, go for it. So if I can't do that in a game... I know I said this when I was playing Among the Sleep, and, like, they got to pass on it because in that you play as a 2-year-old. You don't get the option to fight. You're a fucking 2-year-old. Great, fine. You got me on that one, you bastards. But in this one, I'm, like, playing a fucking... You can't really fight back. I was talking about survival horror. Yeah, and, yeah, I'll fucking shut up. It takes me out of it. But that is what I liked about Fear, is that I could fight back, and jump scares are the fucking fart jokes of horror. Like, they don't do anything for me, but most jump scares you can see coming. Yeah, the point I was trying to get to is that horror games, I've yet to find a horror game that I find, like, unsettling in a way that I can think of horror movies that are, like, unsettling. Like, I remember the first time I watched, like, The Phantasm. That movie's fucking creepy. I mean, like, less so now, but I also watched it when I was, like, 8. And The Tall Man, oh man.
Yeah, I guess if anyone out there actually really likes horror games and can think of one that they think is a good example of horror games, actually send this to us. Email thebadgamecast@gmail.com, because I want to know, and assuming I can get a hold of it for a relative price, I want to try it, like, to know what the good horror games are like, because it might just straight up not be my thing.
I mean, I hear Resident Evil 2. Like,
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
I liked Resident Evil 2. I didn't mind the first one.
I know of them. I know kind of how they work, but I've never played them.
Yeah.
And so it's just...
You know, like the Sunken City, or the Sinking City, I was super looking forward to on it was last year's E3 episode, and I said, like, this game looks amazing. I love the whole Lovecraftian thing. I've read every Lovecraft, short stories? Probably not all of them. I think I'm missing 2 of them, but I'm on my way, like, reading through all of Lovecraft. That game looks amazeballs to me, and then it went Epic exclusive, and now I'm never going to play it.
Nice.
Well, just because, like, they went Epic exclusive, I'm not worried about spoilers, and if I hear what the end is, I'm never going to play it.
Yeah.
And I'm also not going to wait a year when I was excited for your game to come out, and then you decided, we're going exclusive. Go fuck yourself. A rant for another time.
Rants for all the time.
You want to talk about the demons?
Sure, why not?
You want to talk about the collectibles? You want to talk about fucking King Nimrod, Tower of Babel?
The collectibles that are in there just for people to have collectibles, I guess.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, feels weird to me in a horror game that, hey, by the way, take your time to go down this weird side hallway and pick up a statue.
Now, they're all deities. The first one I found, I assume they're the same ones, or they're like the same models in the same areas, anyway, is the, it's a large woman, no head, no arms, no legs. Just like belly and boobs. And I can't think of the name of that, but that's an old fertility goddess. And as you progress through the game, the models of the statues change, but they're all different deities. And you play as King Nimrod. King Nimrod, who built the Tower of Babel. Who, you know, and you can look it up in your fucking...
Bible.
Your Bibles. He wasn't, he was into Yahweh, right? Like... he was pretty upfront about that. That's the whole reason why I was trying to build the Tower of Babel, was to reach heaven. And the Tower of Babel, you know, you got all the people in the cities around, and God looks down and is like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, we're gonna build us a tower to get to you. And he's like, no. Now you all speak different languages.
Ha 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 ha.
And that's the biblical explanation for why there's a bunch of different languages.
For I am a vengeful God. A vengeful and petty God.
What if you all fucked off? Hey, Old Testament God didn't fuck around.
Sure.
But it was always, it's not Christian, right? It would be Jewish, I suppose?
If it's exclusively Old Testament, yeah, probably.
Either way, monotheistic and not into whatever weird made-up red goddess this is.
Yeah.
And the different statues, like, it didn't make any sense to me.
It gets confused. At least... to me, it never felt like it presented a focused identity. And honestly, I probably would have liked it more if they just skipped all of that. If they were like, hey, here's our version of hell. Cool. Like, you could do that.
I mean, you kind of get that.
But why have any biblical things in there?
Because hell, people can get their head around that, right? Like, we're just going to make it... Instead of using something like the works of Dante, because that's fucking old ground... What if we did our own thing and it was goopy and filled with boobs?
Yeah.
And hard to navigate and confusing. And filled with teeth? Oh, and bloody nips.
And old shriveled dicks.
Old shriveled dicks. You know, the first time you see the red goddess, because she's got this, halo of fire, which I thought, like, that was kind of neat, but she's got this straight-up Cenobite look to her.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that there'd have been, like, fucking Leviathan, right? Like... let's just lean into the fucking Clive Barker here. Let's go fucking full on Cenobite. And it never does. Instead, you get this, like, she's the one with the bloody nips.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's, like, missing the top of her head, and she's got these, like, needle things coming out of her neck and into her fucking shoulders, and she talks super breathy. Like, they're going for sexy, but that didn't work for me. I don't know about you.
No.
It just came off, like, weird.
Well, it doesn't help when, again, all their character models are weirdly glossy.
And her weird blood dress.
And it's just like, that's fucking weird.
Which, like, is in and out of existence when it needs to be.
They're like, yes, succubus. And I'm like, yes, for seducing. And they're like, yes, does this seduce you? I'm like, no. What? Why would you make this?
All right, the succubus, at least, like, the one succubus whose name I have written down but I can't find, makes sense. The blonde one. The one that looks more human-like. Okay, succubus, sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird biblical explanation for wet dreams and bad thoughts. But hey, whatever. You know what?
Yeah, where's the incubus?
I wondered that too.
Where's my sexy male demons?
I think they don't follow the red goddess because they jelly. They jelly of her swagger.
Sure.
I've got nothing for you.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you make up is as much thought as they put into this. So.
I think if you look into the because there is of course an Agony wiki, and they probably call it something stupid, and I refuse to call it by that. They mention Incubus in there, but it doesn't come up in the game, so I never bothered like looking through it. The other two main demon types you get are the Oniskelis, which are it's a human or a woman figure, so exposed boobs. It's sort of like thorny, spiky, and for a head, it's this weird Venus flytrap, which I suppose is what they were going for. My first thought was, oh, of course, it's more vagina.
I get that.
And then the Chort demon,
Short.
which has got like two faces and these weird like wiggly horn things coming out, and it's like super big and bulky, and be scared because it kills you in one hit. Except when you die, there's no penalty. Rah.
Yeah, no, you can just die as much as you want. It's really whatever.
They built it in the game. When you die, the Red Queen talks shit. She's like, it's okay, just fucking do it again. Mm-hmm. Like, you just die for her own amusement. Sweet, that's fun. That's great. Both the Oniskelis demon and the Chort are based off of real demons in mythology. The Oniskelis being a Jewish demon, which was a beautiful woman satyr, and the Chort demon, being from Slavic mythology, was the son of Chernobog and Mara. I forget what Chernobog's brother's name was. The one of light and one of darkness.
Sure. These are all just random names to me.
Sure. Either way, like, both the descriptions that you could get for both of those demons don't match what you have in game. An artistic license, whatever, that's fine. But why call them that at all? Like, you can call them anything, man. Like, the succubus is kind of weird, because, like you had said, they're not, like, alluring.
No.
Right? And, like, no matter what model you have, it's not going to hit everybody, because different folks are into different strokes, right? But they're mostly not even, like, human-looking, except for the boobs that somebody spent a lot of time modeling.
Certainly feels that way.
Well, you got to get that heave and bounce just right. Also, swinging dicks.
Yeah, again,
It truly has something for everybody?
it does. That's the words. Slap that on the box. Something for everyone. The Bad Game Cast. Someone should quote us on their game.
I'm going to continue drinking now.
It's like immediately, as you know that's a good game when the Bad Game Cast has a quote on it.
If they wanted to go by BGC, I'm fine with that.
Fine, yeah, whatever. This game didn't immediately make me vomit. BGC.
I have a good quote for him. The game's best attempt at horror is to try and make everything wet and naked. No, that's not the one. It's the only people that would find this scary are easily frightened children.
Really repressed, highly religious people?
Yeah, okay. Because, nudity.
Yeah, like, that's part of just, like, one, desensitivity to nudity over the course of the years. Thanks, Internet. And two, just, like, being open.
As an American, how
like,
fucking dare you?
Being just, like, whatever about it. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, look at all the boobs and dick and flesh. And I'm like, meh.
Butt cheeks. All right, so
That's stuff.
and I'm with you, and like it weirded me out at first, just how in your face it is.
Well, it weirds me out because of how much like focus it seems to have.
Yeah, but even if it wasn't for all of the pornography, thanks Internet. Yeah, like you get so much of it, 15 minutes you tune it right out, because at that point it's just old hat. Yeah, of course, like. She's topless. This dude's not wearing pants. It's whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and it didn't, like... I want to clarify, it didn't weird me out because naked people freak me out or anything. That's whatever. I was surprised by the choice. Why all of this?
It's their most accurate representation of their idea of hell, I guess.
I mean, I personally think Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey...
That's the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had it right where hell was personalized.
Well, it would have to be. I mean, the idea that like you could make any hell that is hell for everyone is like not a thing.
Oh, it's just like Lake of Fire. Burn fucker. Nobody likes that. Everyone's afraid of the flaming clown spiders.
I don't know. Some people might enjoy being on fire. Look, I'm just saying. What, is it going to kill you? You're already dead.
I don't know, man. I don't know the rules of hell.
I mean, and if it does kill you, are you going to respawn, or is that just it? And then you're done. Cool.
Fucking respawn. Yes.
Oh, cool. You die and respawn every day, and you burn to death. Eventually, people are going to start looking forward to it. That's just people, man.
Well, yeah. And also, like, let's say it didn't kill you and it just like hurt. Like if you're just constantly on fire, eventually you just like the nerve ending is going to be gone and it's not going to hurt anymore. But you're also just not dying.
Or even then, again, as you've said, the human capacity to just like tune things out.
Yeah. Given enough time, like eternity,
a day, a week, a month of being on fire, you're just like, yeah, I guess I'm just on fire now all the time.
That's just what it is.
When you wake up and your bones ache, like you get used to that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and then that's just your reality. So now this being on fire is just your new reality.
That's just you now.
Like whatever. You need to try a lot harder. You gotta spice things up. Goopy walls filled with teeth ain't hell, my dude.
What if, though, okay, what if there is some weird spider things made out of hands? And what if they held you down for no reason?
Okay, cool.
Briefly.
Can I shake them off?
Yes.
Oh, well then.
According to Miriam.
Triggering that voice action on your phone.
Interesting.
Not sure how.
I'm not either. Especially since I have Hey Google turned off.
Yeah, right? Do you have a secret passphrase set to it?
Maybe.
Is it Goopy Walls?
No, I didn't do it.
All right, well, that was fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it thought I squeezed it.
Maybe. It was a ghost.
Could be.
Ghost trying to tell us what hell's really like.
It said briefly. That's what it was looking up.
The ideas of hell, or even heaven, perplex me. As someone who grew up non-religious, it's all kind of weird to me.
Sure.
And then, yeah, hell, like, being a punishment of eternal damnation, one seems like mega harsh.
Yeah, I thought Big Guns and JC were all about like forgiveness and shit.
Yeah, like in theory, isn't any being that would theoretically be that powerful / omnipotent like be way more forgiving and or just not care?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you did horrible things. Yeah, whatever.
And
I could wipe out an entire planet on accident.
and anything you can conceive of, I did that. You're welcome.
Yeah. What?
I mean, I always wondered that about Old Testament God. Like, what is he so interested in? Like, what these little things are doing? Like, unless it's his like side project. Like, he's got other shit going on. And it's like, what are they doing?
Yeah, but even then, like, why is he so interested? Ever? I don't know. Again, the whole of most religions. We don't really need to get into a full discussion on religion and why I don't really believe in God. But surprise. I don't.
I mean, you've danced around it long enough. It's nice that you finally just come out and say it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have in other episodes.
Yeah, not in so many words, no.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no. Not something I've grown up with at all. And then I've obviously have just, like, that's continued through my life. And so being introduced to it when you're already an adult is super weird.
Yeah, see, because I grew up Catholic, and we did the church and all that fun shit. And I'm not practicing, but I have issues with the Catholic Church, not the religion. But I'm not a missionary. I'm not. You believe what you believe. I don't care. Like, you don't believe in anything. That's cool. You believe in the fucking flying spaghetti monster. Fucking gnarly, bro. Or like, not Scientology, because that's bullshit. Or fucking Mormons. I got issues with Mormons, but when they come to my door, I yell at them, and we hash that out. So I'm not going to get into it here.
Well, that took a turn. Yeah, we don't really need to do...
We really don't.
A full-on religious review. Although, maybe sometime I'll review all the religions. Anywho, Agony was a game we played.
Agony was a game!
Agony was a game we played, and I don't recommend it for anyone. Shit was garbage.
No, I find it hard to think, well, I mean, I don't like survival horror anyway, but even if you liked survival horror, that this would fill that need for you. It's a bad game. It wasn't fun to play. I felt bad that I had to give the money for this, and then it took longer than I could get a refund for.
Yep. And man, you think, like, it feels like forever, and then you're actually only, like, 5 hours in the game, and you basically are almost done.
Yeah, it's just funny, because, like, when we're looking at games, we'll look at, like, how long to beat, just to try and get, a general idea of how long we're in something for. And this was not that long.
No.
You can just fucking run through this whole game, as it turns out, and...
Basically.
Gosh, you don't miss anything.
No. There's nothing really to miss, as far as I am aware.
Those collectibles, bro.
Oh, please stop.
Got 100% it. I don't know why.
That would actually be a horrendous thing if we actually tried to 100% these games.
No, thank you.
Trying to think of...
I don't like me sometimes, but I don't fucking hate me, right? Like I'm not doing that.
I'm trying to think of what game we've played would actually be the worst.
Last Remnant.
That was actually up there because of the gratuitous absurdity on RNG rolls and having to look things up. Like, it's not even a matter of it's the worst game, because it's not. The gameplay is not good, but it's not the worst that we've played. But
Trying to 100% that, though?
trying to 100% it. My God, you're going to have to do so much random nonsense. And, like, I'm going to enter this area 700 times so I can kill all the ultra rare monsters.
Yeah. That sounds like a hot bunch of fuck that I would want no part of.
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
All right, well, we talked about the Agony.
The Agony continues with whatever game we're playing next.
Yeah, but at least it's not this one.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what do we do now?
Now we do letters from listeners. Listeners. Like you.
Letters!
Oh wait, we're out of letters.
What?
Folks, I said send letters to the badgamecast@gmail.com.
Well, that's weird, because when you tweeted, you said take letters.
Oh. We take them, put them all in a row, and send them to us. Hopefully it'll form words. Maybe it won't. If it doesn't, honestly, not mad. I'll still read it. I'm now hoping / expecting to get at least one email that's just a random string of characters. And you bet your ass I'm going to try to pronounce it.
If I can try and pronounce Polish cities, there's no reason why you couldn't do that, right?
Absolutely. So, yeah. Instead, I think, Jake, you found a random thing.
Yep, I got one. It is, if you could have anything from a video game in real life, what would it be?
All right, so you found this earlier, so we had a moment to think about it, and...
Which was funny, because it was like, we should wait until we're recording before we start discussing it, and then immediately start discussing it.
Absolutely. Well, so there's so many ways you could go with this, right? Like, so many ways.
Yeah, do you start with something, like, first picks? Maybe, like, a lightsaber. Like, that'd be cool. Or, like, a fucking portal gun. Portal gun would be sick.
Yeah.
Right? But it's anything. It's not like... Let's say one handheld item.
No.
I mean, like, some fucking OPS weapon would be sick, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could have an armored core. You could have a giant mech.
Yeah. Who doesn't want a giant fucking mech?
You could step on cars and people and terrorize cities.
You know what
Fly
I do?
To Mars.
You know what I do? Wait, yeah, I guess some of them got some lift, but I don't think that enough to break it. That doesn't fucking matter, right? Whatever fucking mech you want. Anyway, like, let's say armored core, I would just want to take it to work and then just park it in the parking lot. You're like, you have a giant fucking robot. What are you doing here?
I mean, I
want to fucking work.
I would step on work.
I wouldn't want someone to get insurance money. Although, you can't be covered for crushed by giant robot. You got to get in there before, like, the insurance companies catch on, because that could be a fucking issue. And we are at a major insurance place.
Yeah, I don't think giant robot falls under, like, act of God.
I guess it depends on how highly you think of yourself.
Well, going down that line of thinking, like, how many, like, games have God or godlike characters in them?
Fucking a lot.
Yeah.
And that gets as defined or as abstract as you want. Like, do you just want some, like, fucking Sims power? Just, like, fucking move shit around at will?
Does that count? What are the boundaries on this?
I mean, I had said when we were talking about it, like, I wouldn't mind some, like, MMO-style RPG system where, like, I gain XP, I get to level up, I can dump those points into whatever I want, and suddenly I'm the fastest runner, I'm the strongest man alive, and I can cast fucking spells because I'm a goddamn wizard. Thanks, multi-classing. Like, fuck it. That sounds sweet, especially if I can go and just, like, punch a stapler and get 1 XP each time. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, if I'm getting, like, attributes from a game, can I just get Steve's strength from Minecraft? Someone calculated this once, because the amount of just, like, iron you can carry in your sack is enough to make, like, a full-scale battleship.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Steve
is strong enough to carry the battleship, like battleships, on his back. He is stronger than any other being.
Wait a second. How the fuck tough are those skeletons?
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean, remember, this is a man who can punch straight through oak trees.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Steve gives 0 fucks.
Yeah.
Same token, though, as long as we're going down that Minecraft hole, why not something that's fucking worth some money, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can have a cubic meter of diamond.
I mean, I for the life of me don't know what the fuck you would do with a cubic meter of diamond, but I'm guessing whatever the fuck you want because it's a cubic goddamn meter of diamond.
Yeah, just put some spotlights on it. Look at my diamond.
Just fucking rub yourself all over it.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, you could break it up and then, like, actually sell off chunks of it. Because I find
Or you could sell the world's largest diamond.
Who? What is that even valued at? Like, I don't... I don't... Who? Like, what is a fucking quantifiable figure for a goddamn cubic meter of diamond, right? Who has that fucking money, and who's willing to part with that much of it?
I don't know.
I mean, realistically, you would probably have to chunk it up, and then, like, if you were going to sell it, I mean, to, like, you know, more manageable, affordable pieces? Or you just hang out on your fucking diamond, like, you sleep on your cubic meter of diamond. You make a chair out of it, right? Like, you just sit on it?
So it's a cubic meter, so, like, if you were to... if you could somehow cut it,
how the fuck much does that weigh? God.
A lot. Like, right? You could, if you could somehow cut it into pieces, you could have, because a cubic meter, a meter is slightly more than 3 feet.
Yeah.
So you could cut it into what?
So like 3.3 feet.
Yeah, I mean, so you could have cubic feet of diamond, and you would get what, 3, 9, 27 of them.
Well, wouldn't it be 9 and then?
I mean, because you'd have 9, and then 18, 27.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have 27 cubic feet of diamond. These are still, like, the largest diamonds in the world. And now you have 27 of them. You bring the price down a little, but now they're part of a collection. You find 27 really rich people and say, you can own one of these spectacularly amazing cubic feet of diamond for the low price of, I don't know, $10 million.
Whatever the fuck a cubic foot of diamond is worth.
$100 million. I mean, I would charge enough that I could maybe reasonably get it, but, like, if you sell 27 of them for $10 million, that's $270 million. $260 million. I'm keeping one.
Well, yeah, naturally. I mean, how could you not, like, get, like, a fucking oak staff or whatever, right? And then just, like, shape a fucking cubic foot of diamond into something and have some pimp-ass wizard staff and then carry that fucking thing around with you always. And maybe that's just me, but, it'd be like a Fabergé egg of straight diamond, only a fucking foot long, and at the end of a fucking staff.
Perfect. Well, so games that we have played for this podcast have items in it that are actually, like, really strong. If you had the items from, what was the stupid Lichdom?
Oh, the, like, bracers and shit?
Yeah.
Just fucking magic. Oh, also, you don't die.
You can't die.
You just go back to a checkpoint.
Yeah, every time you die, you just recombobulate. Which I assume the checkpoint's just like your house.
I don't know. I guess that leads into other questions. How does the fucking checkpoint system work for that? That's really not the important part here. Yeah, the ability to cast, like, fucking magic. Or, like, okay, if I could pick a fucking superpower, it would just be goddamn telekinesis. If nothing else, just because I'm fucking lazy and I would just, like, you know, get some shit to float over to my hand while I'm sitting my fat ass on the couch.
Sure.
Perfect, right? And just give me some of that hot action. And I don't even need to be, like, full on, oh no, I can't think of the movie. Oh
no.
Where the 3 kids get superpowers and the one gets evil.
I have no idea.
And they have the, like...
I think I actually know what you're talking about, but I actually haven't seen it, so...
damn it. It's a good movie, too, and I can't think what the shit it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, yeah, it'd be cool. I lost my fucking train of thought.
Nice.
Jesus Christ, Jason, a fucking Palico. I want a Palico so bad.
Which then immediately leads into what I was thinking about. All right, everyone got to bring one thing out of a video game. What'd you pick? Oh, I got this Nergigante. You got what? Yeah, it is destroying cities.
Yeah,
I have no control over that thing.
Crashing in the background, getting closer and closer.
We should run now.
He is hungry and angry.
That's my B.
Okay, but look, if we take him out, the fucking armor. The armor that you would need to kill a fucking other one? Even if I can't have my own personal Palico, can I just get the Meowscular chef to cook some food?
Yes. 100% yes.
Like,
All in on that.
We are opening a goddamn restaurant and people will show up because he's a fucking cat, and then we'll pay because of the food.
Yeah, and he'll flex on them, because that's what he does.
Like a motherfucker. Get gains.
All right, we've been talking for a while.
Yep, all right.
All right,
I'm sure we could keep going. But...
We absolutely could talk about just nerdy random nonsense for an entire episode. Maybe we will sometime. Ruin your guys' day. Anyway, we're going to hit plugs real quick.
Hold on, if you have an answer to that question yourself, please feel free to write in and let us know at thebadgamecast@gmail.com.
Yeah, see, that's great. You can send anything you want as well to Twitter. Tweet at @thebadgamecast or at Jake Prey to hit him directly. You can see us on Twitch Monday through Thursday. You can come there and yell at us about what we've said here, and we'll yell at you right back. You can find us on Facebook. It's occasionally updated. You can find us on Reddit. I'm not going through that whole nonsense again. You can find us on... I think that's it. Patreon is the last thing.
Yep.
And as always, if you like what we've done here, or what we do on streams, or anything, you want to support us, Patreon, it helps us out. It keeps the lights on, even though the lights aren't actually on. You get the idea. Slamma-jamma that ramma-jamma. Let's get out of here.
Just Jundum?
Jund 'em out.
Good night, everybody!